Hello everybody, and welcome for another walking tour of London. And today we're going to have a look at the South Bank of London. So just to let you know where we are, we're standing on Westminster Bridge at the moment, and over there you can see the House of Parliament and Big Ben up there. And then over here is the South Bank of the river. So this is the South Bank of the river. You can see the London Eye, and that's the old County Hall, which is now a hotel. And we're going to walk along the South Bank. So just so you know where we are, on this side of the river, it's not actually called the North Bank, this is the West End. So all behind here is the West End, and down here is Westminster Pier. A lot of boats go out from Westminster Pier, but there's also the South Bank over here, and that's the London Eye, and that's the London Eye South Bank Pier. So let's take a walk down towards the South Bank. Okay, the best way of probably getting here, there's two ways you can get down to the South Bank. You could come in at Westminster Tube, which is over there, so it's just across the road from Big Ben, or if you come this way, behind that hotel, where that big building is, that's the old Shell building. Behind there is Waterloo Station, so you could get a tube or even a normal train to Waterloo Station. Is the best way of getting there. Okay, so we're going to walk all the way along the South Bank, past the London Eye, and then we're going to probably walk all the way around the corner. You see that bridge over there is the railway bridge. You're going to see a train coming along. That's Hungerford Bridge. And we're going to walk around the South Bank. We're probably going to go as far as Shakespeares Globe, which was rebuilt about 30 or 40 years ago. And also Tate Modern is over there. So we'll probably go up to there, and that'll be for the walk today.
But to get to Harrods.
Anytime. Today or tomorrow? 7 days or 48 hours? Huh?
Okay, we're on the South Bank now. Okay, so if we stop here, you can see we've got a lovely view now of the Houses of Parliament and over to Westminster Pier over the other side. And then if you turn around, you can see the Sea Life Centre there. The Sea Life Centre is a lot bigger on the inside than it looks like on the outside, and it really is a good day out if you want to go there. Okay, you can see some people are on there having a rib experience on the river, if that's what you like, or if you like something a little bit calmer, then behind you you've got Shrek's Adventure. And then if you look above Shrek's Adventure, you can see the hotel. Okay. If you want something really scary to do, you can go to the London Dungeon there. We were just showing you. And you can look back down the South Bank if you want to, and you can get your tickets here if you don't want to get them from across the road. And then if you want something really scary to do, you can go up there on the London Eye, which I think I would find much more scarier than going on the London Dungeon, but you do get a lovely view up there. Okay, you get really big queues for the London Eye. There's the queue there, and then it goes all the way over there. So the advice really here is make sure you book ahead, and then you're going to not have to queue for so long. But if you just turn up, then you're going to be waiting quite a long time. Okay, so let's go back up to the Eye and carry on walking down the South Bank. All down here on your right is some really good places if you want to have a picnic, if you want to stop and have something to eat. You can see all the people having a bit of a break. And behind there, I think it's called Jubilee Park actually. There's a lovely park behind there if you want to go and have a sit in the park for a while, which is a lovely thing to do in London. As you can see, the London Eye is incredibly popular, especially in the summer. And obviously it's a lovely day today, so if you went up there you would get an absolutely gorgeous view all over London.
Yeah, perfect.
There were times when
Oh, it's a bit I was gonna do it. Is that person ready?
Come, baby, too.
So this is the park I was talking about. So why not? You can bring a picnic down here and have a lovely picnic in the park if you want to.
Very quickly. My name is Tom, I'm a professional street performer, and this is my job. Yeah, my parents are so proud. No, they are. They think I'm a doctor. Well, ladies and gentlemen, every day I come out here to make people like you laugh and smile, and I really hope I've done that today. Have I? Fantastic. If you have laughed, smiled, enjoyed the show, all I would ask is at the end you come forward and pop a contribution from my hat to say thank you. As I'm sure you're aware, no one pays it forms to me. Instead, you can show them the lives and things tomorrow, today. So please come up to
Okay, as you can see, there's an awful lot of performers down here. Some of them are really good, some of them are not so good. I think we've just missed that show that gentleman over there has been talking about, and you can see all the other people who dress up in as different characters, etc. And obviously you're free to give them a contribution or if you want to. So we can see the river here, the boat's going up the river. Oh, you can see the post office tower as well, just over there. But just for a bit of orientation, this is the River Thames, runs east to west. So to your left is the west, this is west, and that is east. If you go that way about 20 miles, you'll get to the sea. If you go this way about 20 miles, you'll get to Windsor Castle, which is also on the Thames. So that way is the East End, and this across the river there that you're looking at, across the river is the West End. And the West End has always traditionally been the posher part of London, the better part of London, because the wind blows from the west to the east in London. So when they used to have all the fires and the smoke in the old days, they'd all have the fires in the West End and then they'd blow down to the poor people in the East End. But now the East End is sort of been rejuvenated, and you'll probably find the houses in the East End are almost as much as the houses in the West End.
When I do.
Okay, let's carry on.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a moment.
Yeah, if you want to get some fish and chips and go and eat in the park, that would be a nice thing to do, I think. And as you can see, they've got some toilets down here as well, should you need to go. And also, they've got a little merry-go-round. I was going to say for the children, but the adults can go on it as well, and I'm sure they'd have just as much fun. Yeah, there's an awful lot of pop-up food and drink stalls down here. Pop-up cocktails on your left. Okay, as you can see, there's plenty of places to eat, but if you look above the new restaurants and you look at the building behind that, you can see that that's sort of 1950s architecture, and all the buildings along here, and the National Theatre is down here as well. All these buildings were built for an event in the 1950s called the Festival of Britain, and these buildings are still there here from then, although you can see that they've added an awful lot of things as well.
So we've got the stairs, and there's benches.
Okay, you can probably hear the sound of the skateboards, and you can see the skateboarding. This has been a skateboard park for absolutely decades. I think I heard somewhere they might be redeveloping it and moving it, but for the time being, this is where all the skateboarders, or many of the skateboarders in London, come to practice. Okay, now we're coming up to the market part. So this is particularly, well, every day, but especially on the weekend, on Saturdays and Sundays, there'll be a lot more stalls here. But this is the sort of market, open air market part of the South Bank here. And here's the National Theatre that I was talking about. Again, this was built in the 1950s, and they have plays on here all the time. Some Shakespeare, some not Shakespeare. But also you can come in here even if you don't want to see a play. If you're not watching a play, you can come in here and use the restaurants and bars, and you can see people up there. They've got a lovely view up there, just having a drink, not seeing a play. Okay, you can see the City of London, all the buildings in the City of London, all the skyscrapers. That's all the banks, the insurance companies, and all the other financial institutions. And to the left of that, you can see the older part of London. You can see St Paul's Cathedral. You can see the dome of St Paul's Cathedral. Let's move on. If we keep our eyes open, we should see the Shard in a minute. Or two. So this is an interesting place. This is the Oxo Tower, and there's restaurants up here, but at the very top, at the front, there's a lovely rooftop restaurant which overlooks the river, and it's a really nice place to have dinner if you fancy it and you're feeling a bit generous on yourself. And if you can get there around sunset, then you get a really nice view as sort of London turns from day to dark. Okay, so that's Blackfriars Bridge we just walked under, and as you can see that's a railway bridge, because there's right behind you, you can see Blackfriars railway station entrance. And you can just see, if you just walk down there, you can just see the old pillars of the old bridge, which was removed many years ago to build this one. And you can see some more people on their Thames Rib experience, and in the distance you can see the Thames city cruises which go up and down the river all the time. So we have like water taxis, they go up and down, but then they have tour boats as well. So and these boats, some of the boats will go all the way to Greenwich, and every now and then some of the boats will actually go down that way. You get to Hampton Court, which is a famous palace, really a famous palace of Henry VIII. So you can go down to there, but that takes a long time. It takes more than an hour to get down to Hampton Court, but it only takes about half an hour to get up to Greenwich. And now you can see the Shard. We're going to get a bit closer. Okay, so we've arrived at Tate Modern. You can see it's a big gallery. This is sort of where the modern art in the United Kingdom is often kept. You take a walk up towards here.
I don't know, I would like to think.
Okay, I mean, I think as you can see, or you might be able to see, this used to be a power station, big chimney, a big building, and there is a balcony up there, a viewing gallery where you can go up there and get a lovely view if you want one. And you can see the footbridge here that connects the Tate Modern all the way across the river, into the City of London. In fact, you can go straight, practically takes you to the front entrance of St Paul's Cathedral. Okay, so we're just going to go on to Shakespeare's Globe, and I think that'll be getting towards the end of our tour. Okay, I think we're going to end the tour there. I hope you enjoyed your walk along the South Bank. As you can see, there is so much to see and do on the South Bank. I thoroughly recommend it. for an hour or two, or maybe even longer. And also so many places to eat and drink as well. And as you can see, we're ending up at a reconstruction. It's obviously not the original of Shakespeare's Globe, where many of his plays were performed back in the 16th century. So hope you enjoyed that, and don't forget to like, subscribe. Take care.